to accept the reality. And so calls for protests hang over what needs to be a seamless transition. My next guest is one of many attempting to delegitimize Trump's presidency before it even begins. Carl Dix is the national spokesperson for the Revolutionary Communist Party in the United States, and he joins me now. Carl, thanks for being on with us tonight. Now, I was fascinated, like many, with the ad in the New York Times that said something like, "No, in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept the fascist America." And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it pretty much says we got to stop the Trump-Pence regime before it starts. So we don't have a lot of time, and so I'll ask some direct questions. Carl, how are you going to stop the Trump-Pence regime? The man was elected. It was fair and square, and the Electoral College has been certified. We're getting ready to roll. What are you going to do to stop it?
Look, no election, fair or foul, should legitimize a fascist regime, and that is what the Trump-Pence regime is. Donald Trump campaigned as a fascist. He has assembled a team to carry out that fascist agenda. We've seen this before, the demonization of minorities, the saber rattling. I mean, the man spent the Christmas holidays, a time that's supposed to be peace on earth and goodwill towards men, tweeting about a new nuclear arms race.
Okay.
And the suppression of civil liberties.
Carl, because
this is what he campaigned on. This is illegitimate.
Carl, okay. Now, let me, what about, you want to talk about delegitimizing, and I have to be honest, Donald Trump is someone that I believe in, but let me just say this. Aren't you delegitimizing the election and the Constitution because you don't like the guy?
It's not, I mean, I don't like the guy, but what I don't like is the agenda that he campaigned on.
Yeah, but he won.
And that's what millions and millions of people don't like. And they are right not to like it. We have seen this before. But Hitler came to power through legitimate means.
Okay, you're not saying
humanity would have been much
Hitler,
better off if people in Germany had acted to stop him. Okay, right. He's different than Hitler. He doesn't have that little black mustache. He's got that orange squirrel on his head. But he has the agenda of a Hitler.
Okay, Carl.
That's what it represents. That's what it comes down to.
Discussion with you. Let me ask you this.
Well,
you say
look,
people
we
have
got to talk about the fascist character of this regime.
People have anxiety and fear of Donald Trump. Why don't they have anxiety and fear before Donald Trump? He hasn't even done anything yet. Where's the anxiety and fear?
The anxiety and fear is based upon what he campaigned on. Muslim registry. People who burn the flag should have their citizenship taken away. This is illegitimate. This is illegitimate, and it also is going to be a form of rule that suppresses the civil liberties to fight against these horrors.
But the man
People are
done
right to be
anything.
fearful,
Give me an example
and
of
that
what
is
he's
why.
done. Carl, tell
That
me
is
what he's
why
done.
we took out this ad and why we're calling on people. RefuseFascism.org is calling on people to take to the streets to display and manifest their refusal to accept.
Let's assume they take to the streets. What should they do on the streets, Carl?
Into the streets in Washington, D.C., where I'm going to be, or everywhere else, and do everything to show their refusal to accept this regime.
Does that mean stop him from going to the White House, Carl?
Nonviolent civil disobedience, protesting in other ways.
Nonviolent.
Candlelight vigils. Candlelight vigils. However people want to do it. But the business as usual in the society has got to be stopped.
So you don't believe
to prevent
in
a
the
Trump-Pence
law?
regime from taking the reins of power.
He is certified as president. Are you an anarchist or a communist?
Look, it's real clear. I told you I was a communist, and I'll come and talk to you about communism. Bring me on another show.
Okay. All right.
People can go to revcom.us to find out about this. Tonight, I want to talk about stopping this fascist regime.
I'm worried about how far you're willing to go and your followers to stop it.
RefuseFascism.org will tell you exactly what I want to do.
No more publicizing.
Go to it. Get involved.
We have to stop this regime. Plus my political panel.